Okay, it looks like a blister has popped, and this is the Dr. Pimple Popper donut.
By Major Sweets, they have another tarp. You know what that means.
Guys, Killer Klowns from Outer Space is returning to Halloween Horror Nights. Okay, everyone, the floodgates of Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights information has broken this morning. I think there's a storm coming, so let's try to make this quick. Now, guys, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so you get a notification every single time I post a Halloween Horror Nights video. There's a lot happening this year. We're gonna be covering both coasts, every single element of Halloween Horror Nights this year. We got a lot happening. And you know the first thing we gotta do, we gotta go say hello to our little Boo and Savior, Lil Boo.
They've added a bunch more pumpkins though. They've added some camouflage here with like some wooden boxes around where the metal frames go to the ground. Before you know it, these will all be lit up. There's gonna be like vines everywhere.
They are working very quick on the Universal Monsters restaurant. They've like torn out everything from the inside, it looks like.
All right, the bar here and the Transformers queue is all set up and ready to go. All right, now above the food carts, they added some more decorations. You have like a person with a hatchet with blood splattering. There's some like eyeballs right there and some handprints, and then the silhouette of a body. And then where the coffin was, now they have a vampire. He almost looks like a werewolf vampire though.
See, I don't think these are supposed to look super immersive or good. I think, you know, this year is our 31st year, right? So it's all about Halloween. So I want to kind of say these are supposed to be like little houses. That's what I'm thinking. And they have like those like weird Halloween kind of like decoration, you know, where you put up on your windows and everything to kind of make it look spooky. Because that's what these look like. They're not super well themed. So that's what I'm thinking. They're kind of going for like that kind of a house vibe in this area.
And then where the blueberry skulls are, they've added some more skulls up here. You have a bunch of skeletons reaching for like the Grim Reaper, it looks like. I really hope they're selling like blueberry pies or something here. The 2 to 3 o'clock afternoon rain has hit. By Major Sweets, they have another tarp. You know what that means. There's a dead body underneath there.
All right, now we did get some information about what's going to be happening in the street. There's going to be parade floats here, which is a big deal, right? So Current Studios are the ones who make the parade floats for the Mardi Gras, so they're going to have parade floats throughout the scare zone, right? So the tribute store will be connected to this scare zone, and there's going to be parade floats and people hiding and everything. It's going to be good. The parade floats are kind of a callback to like the OG days of Halloween Horror Nights. They used to actually have a Halloween Horror Night parade that would go throughout the park. They're kind of like that little nod to like the past. Okay, so we just heard some team members coming out of their team member preview for the Mummy. They said they've tried to write it twice now for their preview, and it's broken down every single time. So it sounds like they're having some major technical difficulties. I heard him joking around, maybe in October it'll open. So maybe mid-September, maybe October. It sounds like it's going to be a hot minute till the Mummy reopens.
It looks like for the front tribute store facade, they've added a bunch of like dirty wash on all of the orange paint. It looks a lot older than it actually is. Now, this is the reason I'm thinking it's going to be the theory of the houses, because they've added kind of these like Halloween lights up here. This is kind of like how people would decorate their house. But I don't know. The cheesy, spooky clip art just is not doing it for me. And it's really hard to see even during the daytime. I don't know how we're even going to notice the spooky ghost at nighttime. And then on the ski mask gremlin, they added some orange lights. It almost looks like he has a little mustache now. All right, now over here in this quick service, they've added light, right? So it looks like a true deli or a butcher shop. You'll be ordering your meats and everything. I like the little LEDs that they put in there. Yeah, nighttime, you're gonna be able to spot this from a mile away. The meat just chilling in this alley. They've added all sorts of lights over here when you're entering into the freezer. Oh, it's going on and off. Right outside San Francisco, they have a bunch of new foliage and everything. Looks very Celtic with the carvings on the wood. Over here, there's a tree in the center. The door is open. Looks like somebody can be back there, maybe a victim. And they've added this tarp with this weird like mesh. It's like a yellow tarp. So probably there's gonna be a really cool spotlight behind it to illuminate it. Here's a better shot of the tarp. So yeah, the scare actor or performer will come up right here, and they can enter into the main door, or they'll be able to enter in through the tarp area.
So for this scare zone with the witches, there's gonna be like, I believe, 3 different realms that are opening. So like 3 different types of monsters. They're gonna be roaming the scare zone here in San Francisco.
They've added more foliage over here. They've added a bunch of like little garland around where the menu sign is gonna be for this area where the bar is back here. They kind of have like a moss design. So you have the foliage coming through here, and then where all the Celtic symbols where there's these green lights and also like a purplish red light. And again, I think these are gonna illuminate during the nighttime. They've added 2 little electric chairs right there, but also they've added some more foliage right up there. And they've added some little party lights back here on the back of the bar. So again, it's gonna be lit atmosphere back here on this dock. We are back at the birthplace of Lil Boo.
Let me know down in the comments your best little pun for what type of food they're gonna be serving here. Give me some good stuff. Give me some good material.
Now see, over where the menu board is, they got a littler one, right? And it's filled in the center. And I think that looks a lot better than having a big gaping center area.
Back here by the bugs eating alive area, we kind of have an idea of what's actually happening in the story of the house. So imagine like carousel progress meets bugs. So you're gonna start off with like this house, like, hey, get this stuff. And the bugs are gonna get bigger over time. There's gonna be every single bug you could ever imagine. Bees, giant spiders, cockroaches, maggots. I'm kind of dreading this house.
Some poor soul got murdered for their refillable cup. But they've added some lights up here. They've added lights to this stand. So they just copy and pasted the exact same cutout, right? 3 spots at the top, 1 center door, and 2 windows for each one of these food locations. It just all looks like really bad clip art, and it's not like HHN worthy in my mind. Like, those are like live action looking pumpkins. Then we have like a cartoon pumpkin here. But then you look at booths like this, right? This is one of the few that are unique, and it looks beautiful and breathtaking. The creative team did a wonderful job. I just don't like the basic cookie cutter ones that they came out with. So right here, this is gonna be a barn that you're gonna be walking through.
So it's gonna connect with a scarecrow house, I think in Hollywood. So that's gonna be like, you're gonna be going through the house, and then you're gonna go through the cornfield, and this is gonna be the barn area. So it's all gonna be kind of interconnected.
All right, now fun little fact, right up here in the window, they have a little nod to Current Studios, who creates all the floats for Universal. Now where the prop shop used to be, they have an annual pass holder photo op, but the door is open. I don't know what's going on. So Universal's gonna be filming something. They have a podium set up with some microphones. They have a giant tripod set up here in this boot hole. They've added this spooky, terrifying gargoyle right here in Nettlewood. Now this is a new little building they have, so they have a woman very content with her life right now. Then they have some more distressed foliage, and they have a wreath that is halfway alive, halfway dead. And they have a little stand here for a scare actor. So there are so many little buildings in this scares. Now onto the front gate, they added like this rusty lock, all these vines and everything growing over. So every night they're just throwing more at it. We hopped over to Islands of Adventure real quick. Over here on the entrance, they have all these construction walls up. So you can still enter into the Christmas shop, but I think they're probably just maybe repainting and fixing the concrete around the building. We're gonna head into All Hallows Eve Boutique real quick. And for $12, they have a new sticker sheet of all the studio screamers, right? So we got The Bride, The Wolfman, Michael Myers, Pumpkin Lord, Frankenstein, but he's from last year's set. I don't know why he's on this. The director and Casper. And again, we don't know why Casper is on this thing, but $12 you can get your own little sticker sheet. I noticed this creepy little pumpkin, and it's got little spider legs coming out of it. That is a nightmare for me right there. They have a new little magnet of the poster of the Pumpkin Lord, $9.
Now, we still have to update you guys about all the houses of Hollywood, but we're gonna go to Voodoo Donuts first. They have a special annual pass holder donut for us.
All right, so they don't only have the annual pass holder one out on display. You have to ask, and they have to grab it from the back.
This is the rundown on this gnarly looking donut. I don't know what annual pass holder ever asked for this donut, but it's a mango ginger kiss. Glazed yeast shell donut, mango custard filling topped with ginger, icing, and crystallized ginger. Okay, it looks like a blister has popped, and this is the Dr. Pimple Popper donut. Okay, imagine, you know, like a toaster strudel, kind of that kind of flaky flavor with like the icing. It's like that, but also like, you know, like a dried candied pineapple. That's kind of what the ginger pieces remind me of at the top. So kind of like a toaster strudel meets a pineapple-y ginger gummy on top. It wasn't bad, but would I get it again? No. It tasted a lot better than it looked. I'd probably give it a 7.5. It's a little bit above average, but not game-changing for the world of Voodoo Donuts. Okay, we're at Best Buy. I have to go pick up a new lens for this new spooky season, but it's raining still, so we're just gonna go back to the office and talk about all the reveals for HHN this year. Guys, Killer Klowns from Outer Space is returning to Halloween Horror Nights. Let's talk about it. Okay, now guys, we are back at home. So this is gonna be my get up for opening night of HHN, right? I'm digging this shirt. It's a super lightweight material. They're selling it at the boutique store. Everything just got announced for Universal Studios Hollywood's Halloween Horror Nights. I will be there opening week. I'm not gonna be there opening night because we got D23 and Oogie Boogie Bad, but I'll be there opening weekend to cover it for you guys. Everything has been announced. First off, we're gonna start off with the show. The show is the Jabberwockies. It's the dance group. It was fine when I watched it last year, but the description is Jabberwockies return to Halloween Horror Nights with an all-new show featuring their unique mix of dance, special effects, music, and humor. Our Nightmare Fuel is like up here. Jabberwockies is like here. It's fine. They announced some of the streets. So they're gonna have 3 streets once you're like little scare zones. So you're gonna have El Pueblo del Terror. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. So it says, from La Llorona to El Chupacabras, the most terrifying myths of all time converge in one tiny village where La Muerta is your only escape. I'm guessing kind of like the Chupacabra house they were having in Universal Studios Orlando might connect with this scare zone, which I think is kind of cool. Now, the next little scare zone is going to be Sideshow Slaughterhouse. Step right up and enter a seedy sideshow where murderous geeks freaks make your horrified screams a part of the show. I think it should be kind of like a freak show. All the props are pretty much up right now. There's like, you know, bearded women and like one-eyed cyclops ladies. And then the next one is gonna be clown saws. Some people think clowns are the scariest. Well, we've decided to give chainsaws to an entire troupe of demented clowns. You're welcome. Kind of a standard clown chainsaws. Not really reinventing the wheel with that one. But so I'm most excited about for the scare zones, Chupacabra, La Llorona, little scare zone. The Terror Tram is coming back and the Purge is not gonna be there. Thank God, I'm so done with the Purge. I believe Harry Hollywood is going to be kind of incorporated into the Terror Tram. Harry Hollywood is kind of like an icon. He first showed up in 2016 at Universal Hollywood, and then also in 2018, I believe he popped up. So Hollywood doesn't really have too many icons. They tried to bring icons from Universal Orlando over. They tried to bring the director over, I believe, but it was like a different name and a different backstory, and they tried to bring Jack over and a couple others, and it didn't really stick. So there's not too many like icons that have popped up. So Harry Hollywood, I feel like, is this kind of new like Terror Tram icon that they're trying to use. So this is the description of it. Terror Tram ventures into the mind of Jordan Peele. It says Terror Tram is back, and this year it's taking you and your Scream Squad on a disturbing new turn through some Halloween traditions that are best left in the dark. It all ends with a journey into the mind of Jordan Peele as you walk through the Jupiter's Claim set from the thrilling new hit film Nope, populated by the Tethered from Us. The set that they used to film Nope at, it moved the entire set to the tram tour down at Universal Hollywood. So the set that we will be walking through and the tram goes through is the exact set that they filmed Nope at, which I think is really cool. So it sounds like you're gonna be like walking through the Nope, Jupiter's Claim, and then there's gonna be the Tethered. So like everybody, you know, with scissors and their like red jumpsuits, they're gonna be there, which I think is cool, right? It's immersive, bringing in that Jordan Peele vibe. And then the rest, I think, by the Bates Motel will kind of be like the Harry Hollywood, creepy, probably clown stuff going on. I'm really excited for the tram tour this year. My favorite part is honestly when you get to walk through the War of the Worlds set. It's insane. There's gonna be 8 terrifying haunted houses, from cinematic greats to crazed cult favorites to parks original abominations. Enter mind-ripping haunted houses inspired by the biggest names in horror. Now we kind of know there's gonna be the Blumhouse and Freaky House. That'll be kind of over by Waterworld. Now these houses are not exact copies of the ones that we're gonna get here in Orlando. There's variations and sometimes very different budgets invested into them. The Blumhouse haunted house, and then we're gonna have the Weekend. He's also gonna have another house. And just like Orlando, Universal Hollywood is gonna have the Halloween house based on the original Halloween movie. But then we're also gonna have the Universal Monsters Legends Collide, right? So it's gonna be part 2 of the story. The part 1 story in Orlando, the mummy is like protecting an amulet, and then the Wolfman and Dracula are trying to steal the amulet. So part 2 will be happening in Hollywood. Then they're replacing the Walking Dead. It was a permanent haunted house, but it closed down and then went seasonal. Hated that thing with a burning passion, but they've revamped it, and the Walking Dead is no longer. It's gonna be called Welcome to the Hotel from Hell, a 1920s Hollywood hotel, once the hunting ground for its infamous serial killer owner, has been turned into a modern day haunted house. Now he's back from the dead. Your first stay will be your last. Should be fun. Anything is better than what we had for that Walking Dead attraction. Then they're gonna have La Llorona, the weeping woman. When La Llorona weeps, you'll scream. You and your Scream Squad remember the tale of the woman who drowned her children and then herself. Once a childhood fable, she's back to terrify once again. There is no nightmares. This is La Llorona. They had a La Llorona house in the past and people really enjoyed it. Then they're gonna have Scarecrow, the Reaping. Fear is about to be sown. At an abandoned Depression-era farm, vengeance takes root. The Scarecrows are avenging the ravaged land in this all-new haunted house. The only harvest that will be reaped is your Scream Squad. Now, Scarecrow, the Weeping, I think it was 2017, was here in Orlando. It is my favorite house they've ever done. It terrified you to your core, and I believe they're kind of using kind of the same layout, but this house will kind of lead into our scare zone that we're gonna have here in Orlando. I'm so pumped. This is my #1 hyped house to walk through again at Universal Hollywood. And then they're gonna have Killer Clowns from Outer Space. As you know, I got 2 of the Killer Clowns right there on my shelf. Big fan of that movie and the scare zone that we had in Orlando and the house. So it's gonna be a house this time. You'll be screaming, but not with laughter. There's nothing funny about these Killer Clowns, who are back to make gooey, out of this world snacks out of you and your Scream Squad. If ever there's a reason people are afraid of clowns, this is it. Now, this is gonna be one of those fun houses to go through, and I cannot cannot wait to see the killer clowns again. Let me know down in the comments, what are your thoughts about Universal Hollywood's houses? Do you wish we had any of them here? What are you most excited about to experience at Universal Hollywood? But I will be out there covering it for you guys, and I'm really excited to show you guys all the craziness. But guys, that is our latest HHN update. You guys are probably wondering, Kevin, did you have a day off yesterday? No, I edited the video that you guys will be watching tomorrow. Sorry, look, I can't stop. I'm on a roll. I gotta keep going. It's spooky season, guys. Oh, and Lil Boo hats have like completely sold out. They're not getting a restock in for probably a couple weeks. They were saying probably not till the tribute store opens. So if you would like one of these, and if you're not local, you can go to the Universal shop online. They have a Halloween Horror Nights shop, and you will be able to purchase the Lil Boo hat. That'd be probably your best case scenario to make sure you secure our Boo and Savior, Lil Boo. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Join the spooky family. I love the family. Because I'm gonna keep you up to date on all things Halloween Horror Nights and Universal. Hey guys, I love you all. Please stay scary, and I'll see you all very soon.
2022 for this year for HHN. Sure.